Welcome. In this lesson, we cover two of the most scoring topics of ICSE Class 10 mensuration, combination of solids and conversion of solids, that is, melting and recasting. We will do 3 fully solved examples of each type, step by step. Before we begin, revise these formulas. For a cylinder, volume equals pi r squared h, and curved surface equals 2 pi r h. For a cone, volume is 1/3 pi r squared h, curved surface is pi r L, where L equals the square root of r squared plus h squared. For a hemisphere, volume is 2/3 pi r cubed, and curved surface is 2 pi r squared. For a sphere, volume is 4/3 pi r cubed, and surface area is 4 pi r squared. Throughout, we take pi as 22/7. First, combination of solids. Here, 2 or more solids are joined together to form a single object, like a cone fixed on a hemisphere. Remember 2 rules. 1. Volumes always add up, because the material simply adds. 2. Surface areas do not simply add. You must count only the exposed surfaces. The circular faces where the 2 solids are joined are hidden inside, so they are left out of the total surface area. Example 1. A toy is in the shape of a cone mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius 3.5 centimeters. The total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeters. Find its volume. The radius of the hemisphere is 3.5, so the hemisphere contributes 3.5 centimeters of height. Therefore, the height of the cone is 15.5 minus 3.5, which is 12 centimeters. Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. That is 1/3 into 22/7 into 3.5 squared into 12, which gives 154 cubic centimeters. Volume of the hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cubed. That is 89.83 cubic centimeters. Adding them, the volume of the toy is 243.83 cubic centimeters. Example 2. A capsule-shaped solid is made of a cylinder of radius 3.5 centimeters and height 10 centimeters with a hemisphere attached at each end. Find its volume and total surface area. 2 hemispheres of equal radius together make one complete sphere, so the volume is pi r squared h plus 4/3 pi r cubed. That is 385 plus 179.67, giving 564.67 cubic centimeters. For the surface area, note that the flat circular faces of the cylinder are covered by the hemispheres, so we take only the curved surface of the cylinder, 2 pi r h, which is 220 square centimeters, plus the curved surface of the 2 hemispheres, 4 pi r squared, which is 154 square centimeters. The total surface area is 374 square centimeters. Example 3. A tent is cylindrical up to a height of 4 meters and conical above it. The radius of the base is 7 meters, and the height of the conical part is 24 meters. Find the area of the canvas required. First, find the slant height. L equals root of 7 squared plus 24 squared. That is root 625, which is 25 meters. The canvas covers only the curved surfaces. The curved surface of the cylinder, 2 pi r h, equals 176 square meters, and the curved surface of the cone, pi r L, equals 550 square meters. Notice the base is open ground, so it is not counted. Total canvas required is 726 square meters. Now part 2, conversion of solids. That is melting and recasting. Here, a solid is melted and poured into a new shape. Since no material is lost or added, the volume stays exactly the same. Only the shape changes. So the golden equation is volume of the old solid equals volume of the new solid. And if the metal is recast into n identical smaller objects, then volume of the old solid equals n times the volume of one new object. Surface area is not conserved. Never equate surface areas. Example 1 of conversion. A solid metallic sphere of radius 6 centimeters is melted and recast into a right circular cone of base radius 4 centimeters. Find the height of the cone. Volume of the cone equals volume of the sphere. So 1/3 pi r squared h equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Pi cancels from both sides, and multiplying throughout by 3 gives 16h equals 4 into 216. That is 864. Therefore, h equals 864 divided by 16, which is 54 centimeters. Example 2. A solid metallic cylinder of radius 6 centimeters and height 15 centimeters is melted and recast into solid spheres of radius 3 centimeters. How many spheres are obtained? Volume of the cylinder is pi times r squared times h, that is pi times 36 times 15, which is 540 pi cubic centimeters. Volume of one sphere is 4/3 pi times r cubed, that is 4/3 pi times 27, which is 36 pi cubic centimeters. The number of spheres is the volume of the cylinder divided by the volume of one sphere, 540 pi over 36 pi, which equals 15, so 15 spheres are obtained. Example 3. A solid metallic sphere of radius 6 centimeters is melted and drawn into a wire of diameter 0.2 centimeters. Find the length of the wire. A wire is simply a very long, thin cylinder. Its radius is half of 0.2, that is 0.1 centimeter. Volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi times 216, which is 288 pi. Volume of the wire is pi times 0.01 squared times L, that is 0.01 pi L. Equating the two and canceling pi, 0.01 L equals 288, so L equals 28,800 centimeters, which is 288 meters. Let us revise quickly. For combination of solids, add the volumes, and add only the exposed surfaces. For conversion, volume of the old solid equals volume of the new solid, and for n identical objects, the old volume equals n times the volume of one object. Never equate surface areas in a melting problem, and take pi as 22/7 whenever the radius is a multiple of 7. Otherwise, use 3.14. That is the complete topic. If this lesson helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss a new ICSE Class 10 Maths lesson. Practice these 6 examples once more today. Thank you for watching, and all the best for your exam.